Welcome to another Foundations lesson. We are officially moving into the last unit for this year, the last unit. And I believe it's the last unit of Foundations you'll ever do because I don't think third grade uses this program. But that's not to say what you learned today and this week will not be important. You need to practice your foundations to help you spell and decode or sound out new words that you're not familiar with. Okay, so pay close attention. This year, we've learned about and talked about 5 different syllable types already. 5. Some of them you learned in first grade, some were new this year. It seems like only a little, like, oh my gosh, we've only done 5. But remember, within those 5 syllable types, we've broken it down to different letter combinations, patterns, and words. So we have 5 general syllable types. What is one of the syllable types we've learned about? Yeah, one of them is a closed syllable. What's a closed syllable? Yeah, a closed syllable is something that the syllable is closed by a consonant. A consonant, remember, a consonant is any letter that's not a vowel. So for example, the word got, G-O-T, this is a one syllable word. We'd mark it with a C because of that T closing it in. Now the antonym for close would be open. We have an open syllable, and it is just the reverse of the closed syllable. Instead, the syllable is marked open by a vowel at the end. So it is open, like go. And you'd mark it with an O. Now another syllable we learned this year was a vowel, and I'll do a V, consonant, E. Vowel consonant E. Think of a word that has a vowel consonant E in it. Yeah, hope. Remember when we have that E at the end and a vowel there surrounding a consonant, vowel consonant E, the O says its name, hope, hope. You'd scoop, mark it V-E, vowel consonant E. The consonant here is P. Good. What's another one we've learned? Yeah, we have an R controlled. An R controlled vowel syllable. So we have ER, IR, UR, OR, and AR. Like the word barn. You really hear that R sound, you mark it like that, and usually we circle it as well. Barn. And then the last syllable type we've been talking about for a few weeks now, we've been doing a bunch of combinations. Last week we were talking about AW and AU, and that syllable type is called what? Good, the double vowel. Syllable. Like the word rain. Remember we used AI? Rain. Here we scoop, we circle, D. So those are the 5 syllable types we've already learned. Today, very exciting, we are learning the last syllable type. So there's going to be one more on our list of syllable types. Okay, and these syllable types are really helpful for spelling words because if you have a syllable where you're listening and you're like, okay, I have to spell the word, for example, let's say shot. Okay, I know it ends with a T, which is a consonant. It's closing in OT, it's a closed syllable, shot. Okay, so it helps you with your spelling patterns. It also helps you sounding out words. Like I said here with hope, if I had a word P-O-P-E, like the Pope, I would know it's Pope because it has an E, vowel consonant E. Okay, so the last syllable type. Very exciting. I'm going to show you the two letters that are in the syllable type. If I can find the letters, okay. And this syllable type has a very specific pattern, and it is always, always the final syllable of a word with more than one syllable. It always has three letters. Two of the letters are always the same. One of them is always changing, depending on the word. So this syllable type always, always, always has these two letters. L-E. L-E. The consonant LE syllable, that's the name of this, so I'm going to write it on the top. Consonant LE syllable. So there's always going to be a consonant here and LE at the end. For example, let me put G here. I'm going to cover the E, and I want you to read, and I can't cover it, I want you to read the blend GL. What does GL say? Go. Say that. Go. Make sure you have that G sound there. Go. The E is silent, and it's once again volunteered to be in a syllable without making a sound. So the E doesn't make a sound in this syllable. So GLE just says go. Say that again. Go. But the E is needed here because every syllable must have a vowel. Remember that. Every syllable must have a vowel. So that's why we need the E here. Even though it doesn't make a sound, we need it there to make it a syllable. There's no vowel sound here, okay? The only letter that can ever change this syllable type is the first consonant. It can change the pronunciation of it. Okay, so let's see. Let's say I take away the G and I put a Z. What would that say now? Yeah, zool, zool. Remember, the E is silent. It's just there to be our vowel. So you just pronounce the the ZL, zool. What about bull, bull? Let's try another one. Fool, fool. Okay. Toll, toll. Good. Remember, the E is always silent. It does not make a sound in this syllable type. And remember, the consonant LE syllable is always at the end of a word. Always. Okay? Let's try this. What does that say? Pole. What if I add this? Maple. Have you ever had maple syrup? Now I'm going to separate this into its syllables. May, pole. Say that. May, pole. Tap it out. May, pole. 2 syllables. I want us to practice counting out syllables. I've noticed sometimes on our foundation sheet, we're not tapping them out. You always want to tap out the syllables first to see if it's a multisyllabic or monosyllabic word. Okay, so it's multisyllabic here. It's 2 syllables. We already know, so that means we scoop it twice. We already know the first type of syllable. It ends with a vowel. We just went over this. What type of syllable ends with a vowel? Yeah, an open syllable, we mark it with an O. Exactly. And then we have our LE syllable, which I'm not going to show you how to mark up yet, but that is what we would mark up for the second one. I'll show you when we do a word of the day, how we mark it up, so it's not confusing what the word of the day is. Now, what if I did this? What word is that now? Apple. Good. And you still hear that pull sound at the end. Apple. Okay, now I'm going to show you our word of the week so I can tell you how we're going to mark up words with this syllable type, and I'll just leave these up here. So a word of the week we're doing this week is fable. Fable, which is a type of story. A fable. And fables always have messages at the end of the story. They tell you something that you've learned. So let's spell fable. A bowl. Remember, I hear that bowl. B is my consonant here. L-E is the rest of my syllable. How many syllables is fable? Fable. Good. It is 2 syllables. Where would I scoop it? Great. I hear a fay, and then I hear a bowl. How would I mark up the first syllable? Yeah, it has a vowel right here, so it's an open syllable. Now to mark up the B-L-E, it's just like the vowel consonant E, where the E is silent and we cross it out, which I forgot to do, I know, in my last review. You write dash L-E and cross out that silent E to let you know it is not sounded out here. The E is absolutely silent. So that word says fable. Okay, we're going to work on more of these words next time. I'm going to give you the 3 trick words for today and then tell you your assignment. So the 3 trick words we're doing are trouble, couple, and young. Trouble, couple, young. Say that. Great. I want you to do these 3 times each, just like normal. You're responsible today for page 3 in Fundations. I emailed it to your parents, and I'm also uploading it to Seesaw. I want you to really practice paying attention when you're marking up words today. Make sure you're counting the syllables first, and then choosing one of those 5 syllables we've already learned about to mark up one of the syllables, and then the ending syllable will be that consonant L-E. I believe in this worksheet today, they also want you to cross out words that don't apply to this rule. So figure out which words don't have that consonant L-E syllable. Okay? Good luck today, ladies, and enjoy.